Hey, it's Dougie Fresh in the flesh to give you my best to the last breath, and I'm with Marco
What's up, man?
LaRock, my bro. We were just at the Summit of Greatness,
Hey, yep.
and we met there last year.
Yeah, exactly.
And he is, as I see myself in you a lot, you're driven as they come,
Thank you.
and like a magnet for success. So I want to share with you all how you can kind of be the way of being and share him with you. So yeah, author of 3 books. Activate your untapped potential. Cash in
With your money. The Screw College Debts.
Yes. So before we get into your books,
So
tell them about yourself a bit.
Well, so basically, my name is Marco
story.
LaRock. So I'm an author, I'm a speaker, and an accountability partner. Because I realize that most of the time people set up goals, they don't achieve them. So that's why I come into play to help them, motivate them, push them, kind of like a little police, pushing you to achieve those goals.
Yes.
So you can make something happy for yourself.
That's great. And how about like how you came here and what got you started and so driven to make such an impact you're making?
Well, so basically, I came years ago from West Africa, Togo, as an international student. I went through a lot of adversity. One of them was like, communication, how, can speak the language, and then money management. So through those adversity, I was able to do the inventory and figure out, what I was lacking, right? So I seek help. So
Smart.
that, because most of the time, like, people know what their problems are, but they don't, they don't have something in them, like, maybe become like ego. I don't know, whatever it is. They don't want to go seek help because they don't want to show others that they're vulnerable, right?
That's exactly what
But
it is.
I think that's the opposite, because when you go seek for help, it does not mean that you're inferior. It does not mean that, but it shows that, like, you're up to game for something, right? So that's what I did. So once I understand my weaknesses, I seek help and I better myself in those areas. While I was doing that, I figured out that, like, I knew there's some other people that are having the same issue, right?
Lots of people having that issue.
Exactly. So talking about money management, so that's why, like, I want to write a book on personal financial education, because I know that a lot of people are struggling through that area also. That's when the first book came in. So I started going to university and college to speak about money management, all those kind of fun stuff, because a lot of university and college doesn't teach personal finance.
They didn't teach
Exactly.
me.
So while I was there, we realized there's a issue with college debt, and I want to be part of that problem.
It's great.
Solution, I want to be providing solution. I want to add value.
So do you guys have some college debt, or do you know someone with college debt? Because it's just, it's screw it, right?
Screw it. So that's why I wrote it, the second book, Screw College Debt, How to Go to College Without Breaking the Bank. So pretty much we were raising the awareness of the issue of college debt. Right now it's 1.4 trillion.
1.4 trillion.
The outstanding U.S. college debt, pretty scary. So how can people go to college without getting too much debt? There's tons of stuff they can do. Scholarship, community college, find company that can do like a tuition reimbursement or pay for your college. All those stuff, So that's why we talk about it in the book. And then for people who are in college, what they can be doing right now.
That's great.
So that way they don't get
great.
too much college. Because just beside the tuition, there's other fees, and how do you manage money, when you're in college, how do you study? Because most of the time, college for 4 years, people spend 6 years there, and that more tuition too, And people who already have the debt, how they can manage it? What are the things out there that can help them? Because the point is, people just want to go to college to be successful. It's the opposite now. People are struggling. They have too much college debt. They struggle. They're still moving back to their parents'
and they
house.
just don't know.
Exactly. So that's why I'm providing the book, So that's to answer your question.
I appreciate that, because answering that question, because I didn't know.
Yeah.
And I had 65K of student loan debt, and it's diminishing, but damn, it makes a massive difference
because
when you can learn this.
When you look at it truly, it's like, so let's somebody spend like, $700 like a month, just college debt. It's gonna push you back. There's no way you're gonna start a family, you want to start a business, all those kind of stuff. So that's why people need to plan effectively how to go to college, because we're just going to college. But the question that I ask people, why are you going to college in the first place? Why? How are you going to pay for it? And what are you going to do with it? Those are the main questions that I ask people all the time.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's great. So I'd like to connect with you on this. So I had my why. I was in college, but I didn't know my plan paying for it or any of that. I just kind of like followed.
What was your why when you were in college? What was your why?
Absolutely, to live up to my potential, to all the mentors, coaches and teachers I had in high school. that cared and saw something in me, I wanted to give back to them. So through that why, I was able to attract more and more mentors all over the country and influencers online, which was great. But I wish I could have got even more clear.
Clarity and why you were going there. Yeah.
So I want to share this with you all so you can get really crystal clear on if it's college or if it's really whatever you're getting into, setting that clear intention, because it activates your potential. So
and you know, talking about intention, I mean, that's part of my latest book, you know, Activate your untapped potential. Because again, I believe that a lot of people have a lot of gift within, but most of the time we just let them die.
Yeah.
You know, we don't know anything about it. So the first thing that I think that's very important is to find your why.
Right.
The why of whatever you do. Why you do X, Y, Z. Trying to find out. You know, I think that's very important. But also, like, you know, as every person, we need to have like a vision.
Right.
We need to have, like, you know, a statement of purpose.
Yeah.
And then you need to live on those values.
That's it.
Because if you don't have those core foundation, you're just gonna be like turning around like this. You're chasing
like,
the hotel.
let's go for a walk now. Let's go for a walk because we're walking and your why is constantly a journey. Yeah. It's gonna keep unfolding.
So I think that's, you know, that's the main thing, like, you know, trying to find your why, you know, your purpose. And then for anything else you do, every decision that you take, like, you know, ask yourself, why are you taking those decisions?
How often do you ask yourself that?
All the time. Because I don't see value in things that I do, then I don't have to do it. Because there's so many freaking things nowadays.
Yeah. You were telling me a lot of choices earlier.
There's so many distractions in this world. We just come from this conference, which is amazing. How many people that you meet, they tell that they do X, Y, Z, and they're like, oh my God, maybe I should do that.
Yes, often it's like it's
but
exciting.
The thing is, like, you know, the reason why they're doing that, you don't know.
Yeah, it's meaningful.
Maybe like, you know, they feel like their purpose. Maybe they have certain value. They have certain mission, vision.
That's right.
Which is different than yours.
Exactly.
And you see people all the time, like, you know, they want to follow those same thing. And I see people also go to conferences, which is great.
Yeah. So we just went to a conference.
You know, we get motivated.
What are the common mistakes people make at conferences?
Well, you know, we come to conferences, we get motivated, and then what? People leave, they don't take action. You don't apply things that we learn at those conferences. So I think it's very important, like, you know, to when you go to conferences, to first when you come in to understand why you're coming to those conferences. When I was coming to, you know, to the Summer Blessing, I know exactly what I was looking for. One thing I was looking for is a good relationship.
Good relationship.
Because there's people that I have met last year, I want to still be connected with them. That's my top thing. One. And then secondly, as a speaker, I want to learn from other speakers. I was watching how they're presenting, how they're talking, what kind of jokes they're making, so I can learn, so I can better myself. So,
absolutely.
Yeah.
That's how you do it. You're clear in your intent. So what's one thing they can do to activate their potential?
One thing people can do to activate their potentials, like, you know, is to try to find out who they are. Self-awareness first. That's where it starts.
What are some ways to create that?
Well,
so you found that work for you?
I think
that's what my experience is, very self-aware.
I mean, one thing that you can do in the quest to find out who you are, you know, is trying to identify, like, you know, what your strengths are, what your weakness. Most of the time, we know what they are.
Yeah.
But we don't just want to, like, you know, be honest with ourselves.
Yes, that's it. That's the challenge.
And then find out people who are close to you and ask them, hey, I want to prove myself. You know me for quite some time. What are the things that you think I can prove on? What are the things that you think I'm good at? Yeah. And again, learn from them.
Yeah. Please do that. It'll change your life. It'll change your life to be vulnerable and do that. Awesome. I promise you. Yeah. And for someone out of college that's in debt, what do you recommend them do?
Okay, so
their potential is being stifled.
Yeah, so basically out of college in debt, one thing that you can do, most of the time people don't know what kind of debt they have. They're just paying. So I think it's very important to understand, like, if you have a federal or private, and find out what kind of interest rate you have. And then start a conversation from there. If it's a federal, see if there's a program out there that you can qualify for. And if it's like a private, see if you can find, like, you know, startup like Sophie or Common Bond who can refinance your loan. That's one. Secondly, you can find, like, you know, some company who offer like a tuition reimbursement. Because most of the time people focus so much, like, on the wages and the salary, they forget about the benefits. But I think most of the time the benefits are much more important than the salary. So find company who offer tuition reimbursement that can allow you, you know, to get a break for those money that you're paying back. Yeah. That's
great. Thank you so much.
Awesome,
Final question.
Yeah.
What is
how does one? It's sounding on my face here.
Yeah. Go ahead. How does one become a really effective speaker? What are some of the top tricks, tips you could learn to differentiate and delineate yourself to be a dynamic, powerful speaker?
Practice, 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 practice.
Yes.
And I tell people all the time, like, you can't just practice in front of the mirror.
Mm.
You have to go in front of a live audience and be vulnerable and share. When I started this journey, I was going to high school, elementary school, and talk about money management. I knew that I was not good back then, but you know, that was my way.
Yeah. You're doing it for free.
For free.
Yeah.
You know, for practicing, you know. But now, when I go, I'm more confident. You know, I share from the bottom of my heart.
Yeah.
You know, and just give it up, make some jokes, and get people engaged, and ask feedback, because I don't want just be there and speaking. I just want people also to contribute and get them engaged. Yeah.
It's amazing. Well, Marco, I acknowledge your journey from coming here from West Africa, doing what you're up to.
Appreciate it, man.
And making a difference for so many people.
Thank you.
Where can they find you at?
www.marcolarock.com. That's all.
Awesome, brother. I appreciate you. Much love, big hug. Stay fresh, stay blessed. Peace.